What's good, everybody? Ernest in the building. How y'all doing? What I want to talk about today is Juice WRLD. What I want to say, the first thing I want to say is my condolences goes out to his family and friends, and what happened to him. Unfortunately. What we all have to understand here: death comes for everyone. Everybody, everybody in the world gonna die. Everybody. Whether it's next week, next month, next year, we all have this time that we all go, we all pass. But it also goes by the life that we all live too. I don't know what kind of life Juice WRLD lived. I don't know what kind of things he did in life. But what I do know is by following his music and, his social media page, he talked a lot about murder, death, kill. And also in his music, if you listen to Lucid Dreams, he was always talking about, he always have lucid dreams where he can't move a thing. And if you really listen to his music, he's really calling out for help. A lot of people wouldn't understand that because we so caught up in, our entertainment, we don't know how that person feeling on a regular basis or what that person going through on a regular basis. He could have been depressed, stressed, all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And then, it was a footage of him, I say several months back, where him and I say about 3, 4, 5 other rappers, made this big circle on the ground with I think a 6-point star in it. And they was talking about, we sold our soul to the Illuminati. Now, I don't know if that's the reason why he died, because he sold his soul, but that's part of it. When you talk about selling your soul, that's bigger than anything. That's bigger than money. That's bigger than life. That's bigger than anything. Your soul is all you have, actually, over anything. Your soul shouldn't be sold for nothing, for no riches, no anything. But unfortunately, he sold his soul for riches, power, and fame. It's sad that, we look up to these rappers that's all doing the same thing, that rap about murder, death, kill. And that's all we really see in the streets of Chicago. Me being a Chicago native, I know, believe me, firsthand, personally. I done seen dead bodies, I done seen drive-bys, I done seen shootings. I seen innocent people get killed, murdered. I done either been around it or I seen it. So, it's really nothing to play with, man. It's really nothing to play with. And, he won number 21, just made 21 last week. And he said in one of his videos, he wasn't going to live to make it past 21. And it was like he knew these kind of things. It's like, it's the energy. It was something probably he felt in his soul and spirit. And, we have kids that's, 13, 14, 15 years old, et cetera, and going up and up. And they envy these rappers. They envy them. They look up to them. They want to be like them. And when these rappers, they go on they live, or they Instagram live, or they Twitter, they flash. You have, flash and gold jewelry, etc. And then our kids, they see this and they want the same thing, and not knowing what these rappers had to do to get where they had to get at. Half of them don't even be happy. They don't be happy at all. But, it's and the reason that they don't be happy is because they realize what they did and they can't take back. It's not easy to take back. Once you sign your name into blood, That's it. You belong to them. Your ass belong to them. Whether you go or whether you stay, it's regardless of, you can't get around it. It's sad that, this is the level that we all stoop to just to get a little pocket change. Because we want to be somebody. We want to be somebody people look up to. But it's not worth your soul. It's not worth selling your soul. This is all you have. It's within. It's within. Everything's within. And we used to have, back in the day where you could listen to real lyricists and, we was actually rapping about something that we grew up in, like in the hood or, our life stories, parents dying and how we had to raise our brother, sister, niece, nephew or whatever. It used to be, them was the happiest times, where you can, that was something to go home to and listen to and shit getting off of work on listening to, but now, it's like the same thing. And as long as we steady listening to these rappers talk about murder, death, kill, we falling right in the same category as them. A lot of this shit is satanic. A lot of these things they show in plain sight. It's in the movies, it's in the music, it's in the TV shows, it's in comedy. Then they got homosexuality. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And they definitely now putting it in the cartoons. And you thought maybe that was the safest thing to show your kids when it's not. I was watching SpongeBob one day with my daughters. That's their favorite cartoon that they watch every morning before they go to school. And we were sitting up there watching that. Now the starfish, I think his name is Patrick or whatever. He did some kind of thing where he put on high heels. He talked like a guy already. But he put on high heels. He put on shorts. Was showing his legs and he had a bra on. And I'm looking at this like, when since us as a human being, as a human nation, or as a human race, stoop to this level where we got to see our cartoons acting like homosexuals. Or we see our cartoons doing demonic things. And it's like we sit up here and we accept these things and we don't say anything about it. We let it go on and on and on. So now when you look back at how your kids turned out to be, you gotta look at what happened. The internet raised them. TV raised them. Outside raised them. It's very important for you to put that in your child's head as they're young as they is now. Because once they get older, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to let them know, certain things you don't do to get a buck. Certain things you don't sign your name to get a buck. Because now when it's time to die, face those consequences. It's very hard, but you have to face it. And it's with any of us. Any of us. But, long story short, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. But I'd like to say once again, rest in peace to Juice WRLD. Condolences to his friends and family. I would like y'all comments, share, like, and subscribe to this video, and let me know what y'all think. Peace and love to everybody. All right, I'm out.